Hello. Currently, we are at the Phelps Wildlife Management Area. I don't really know what that is, but you know, there's some water over here. I can hear it running over there. And it's just a place where they conserve wildlife and try and make good habitat for them. So, hoping there's some snails. Keep you guys posted, kind of in the middle of nowhere. All right, no snails yet, but I did find this cool plant. This is milkweed. So this in particular is the showy milkweed. There's two different species around here. There's the antelope horn milkweed and this one, the showy milkweed. Showy milkweed got these bigger leaves. They're not as thin. This one's kind of curled up, but when it was unfurled, it was a lot thicker. And then the antelope horn milkweeds are a lot thinner. So this is what the pods look like before they open. That's where they put the seeds and the cotton, that stuff that comes out. And during the spring, like early summer and spring, they have these like bright pink and white flowers. Pretty cool. And monarch butterflies eat these, right? Most people know about monarchs and milkweed. There's actually a bunch of species that eat milkweed. It's a pretty important species for pollinators. And they actually have a substance that when you break the leaves or the stems, and when they're green, it will ooze this like white substance out that's pretty toxic. So yeah, showy milkweed. Here is a little bit better representation of what the leaves look like on a showy milkweed when they're green. All right, so I'm in this gross water. It smells really bad. And I don't know, we're gonna see what we can find. Well, I am sinking a lot, so I might get out a little bit. Oh, hold on. I think I see a snail shell. Oh yeah, there's some on the bank. Oh. Let's see, this guy right here. That looks like a physa. So this is a freshwater snail. It's a physa because the shell opens on the left as opposed to the right. The one on the left, if you notice, has a shell that opens to the right. So like when you're holding it, the aperture is facing towards you, so the opening, it's on the right side. Now that's called the dextral shell. And the one on the left, let's see if I can turn it a little bit. Still not great, hold on. It's a little better. You can see the shell opens on the left when the aperture is facing towards you and the spire is going up. So that's called sinistral. And that's a great way to tell the difference between snails when they're this kind of shape. So the one on the right, since it's sinistral, I think it's a physa. And physas, once again, the main ones around here, the tadpole physa and the acute bladder snail. You gotta look at their reproductive organs to kind of tell the difference. So I'm just gonna leave that one at physa. And the one on the left, let's see if I can turn it a little bit. But yeah, there you go. That's a better view. So the spire isn't really big, and what's making me think that it might be an amber snail is because it's dextral. It doesn't have a really big spire, and I kind of found it outside of the water, just on the side. And the body whorl is absolutely massive compared to the spire. So I'm thinking that's an amber snail. All right, I found another snail. So this one, it's got a dextral opening, so it's not a physa, but see, it has a much larger spiral, not spiral, spire, yeah, the spire. So it's not an amber snail. I think it's a pond snail of some sort. Okay, I was walking past this patch of milkweed. I saw this little guy right there. That might look like a box elder bug to some people, but that is actually a western small milkweed bug. And they specialize on eating milkweed. So yeah, they got these piercing mouth parts that kind of suck stuff out of it. That's why they're bugs, and that's why they're milkweed bugs. Yeah. Okay, so I thought I'd be done with the video, but There's actually a native species of frog that I found. So that's a bullfrog. That's the invasive species. No good. Then we have, I don't know how well you can see it, right in there. It's the northern leopard frog. It's got a spot on its back, those spots on its back. And that's the native species around here. They're a little smaller. And yeah, that's the biggest one I've seen. But that is a bullfrog. And that's actually a really small bullfrog. But it's still bigger than the leopard frog over there. So yeah. Cool frogs. But yeah, takeaway from this episode, I hope you know what sinistral and dextral are when it comes to snails. I hope you enjoyed the bullfrogs, the marsh wren song, and the dragonflies and milkweed.